Have you gamified this a little bit to make it more enticing for people?
Yeah, a little bit. So what we found was that, well, firstly, I'd say this, that school kids, sort of 9 to 16, are incredibly good at this. Like they're
Yeah.
like, I'm like an old, annoying, slow. Yeah, compared to like an 11-year-old who'll just be like, just firing through the stuff.
Yeah.
They're just so quick. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I reckon if we look at who's doing this, it's basically about a third is school kids currently, a third is corporate volunteers at companies, and a third is just general public. So it basically works with a lot of different people. Gamified is the extent of like, for example, at the moment, if you go on there, I think it's only in Australia, but I think we have an international one coming out. Every time you do 5 images, you win a ticket to basically a draw to come to the Great Barrier Reef and come out and look at some of the restoration sites we have out on the
Beautiful.
reef and stuff like that. But there is so much you could do to this in terms of gamification. I think it's pretty cool platform, but it's still pretty rudimentary in comparison to what you could do to it.
Yeah. Percent. Like this is
Yeah,
just the
right. So
beginning, I feel,
it's
right?
like Mark 1, right? So,
Yeah.
and I think the other part to that is at the moment we're just looking for those 3 types of coral. But actually, we've been doing some work with Mars. We have a big restoration program called Reef Stars. What they look for is fields of rubble next to healthy coral. And you can put these they're called Mars Reef Stars. They basically stabilize the reef, and you can put coral fragments on them, and you can actually rebuild small areas of reef. Doing that's very effective kind of restoration on small scale. But we're now using the data that we're capturing from all these photographs that are coming in from across the Great Barrier Reef and other places, to find those areas. So you can start to see, well, step 1 was find these 3 types of hard coral. Step 2 could be, fields of rubble and hard coral. You can just keep doing more and more and more with this. I think the big challenge for us is not to design people out of it. I think it's a really critical
Yeah. You got to
part
keep them involved.
of conservation. Yeah.
Well, it's a great way to connect them too to the Great Barrier Reef. Like people all over the world, like you said, in Jakarta and here in Burlington, Ontario, where I live, or in the Arctic, even if they just have an app or they go on the website and they just like boom, 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 you do it, and you're like, this is what corals look like. This is what branching corals like. We hear it all the time.
Yeah.
I used to be a marine aquarium hobbyist, and I was like, this is really cool. I want to see these branching corals. I want to see what they look like in the wild.
Yeah.
I want to see what a reef is supposed to look like. And you don't always see that. You may see it in documentaries and so, but you're not really focused on that. Here, it's like something that's specifically focused on there. And also, like, it's a great opportunity for an education tool. You know what I mean? To like not only get through this stuff, but maybe like after like, you do 5 or 6, you get like a tidbit of information of like, this is what branching corals are important for. Like there's such an opportunity.
Yeah.
So many, as you mentioned, this is the first iteration. And you're just like, oh, okay, like there's a lot of opportunity here with how you can build this out. And